Welcome to another episode of Cooking on the Fry. This episode is driven by what's going bad the soonest, not what video I feel like making right now. But I have some eggs that need to be eaten, and in particular, I've got duck eggs. The two eggs on the left, the darker ones, are duck eggs, and the ones on the right are chicken eggs. The ones on the left, they're about $6.50 for a dozen, and the ones on the right are about $1.70 for a dozen. Well, what we're going to find out is, are duck eggs worth it? Assuming you can get them at all, and I only know one place in my little life where they're convenient to get. So, are they worth upwards of 3 times as much money? Well, we're going to find out. Here we go. Duck or chicken? Chicken or duck? Cluck or quack? Quack or cluck? Well, and is it worth the extra buck? We'll find out. First thing I'm going to do is fill my saucepan here with cold water, because cold water boils faster. No, because cold water has fewer impurities dissolved into it, supposedly. And the pipes here are pretty old. Well, here we go. Now I'm going to put a little salt into the water, because that's supposed to help. I'm still not convinced that it does, but why not? It doesn't hurt. And we'll gently lower our eggs down into the water. And I've already done the research, and apparently duck eggs and chicken eggs are prepared the same way. Duck eggs are just supposed to be better, that's all. So, oh great, one hand, and come over here. And we turn the burner on high, and put on the cover. I'm going to set my timer to 6 minutes so I can come back and check. The point is to bring the water to a boil, and as soon as it's boiling, turn off the heat and let it sit for 3 minutes. So I'm going for soft boiled eggs, bring the water to a boil, again, turn off the heat, sit for 3 minutes. That just about always works. So here we go. And we'll be back, in 6 minutes. And while we're waiting, remember to fill some sort of container that is capable of holding the eggs with cold water, so that we can stop the cooking process when we get the eggs out of the saucepan. One indispensable tool for eggs is one of these. This is a big picker-upper thing with holes in it, and it's very easy to lift eggs out of a saucepan with one of these things. Well, it's been 6 minutes. You know, they say that a watched kettle never boils. Well, maybe they didn't have timers back then. They actually do boil if you set a timer and walk away for a while and then come back and watch for a little bit. Usually I am not so precise, but since I want to give this video my best shot and my expensive duck eggs, I am actually going to watch this pan until it boils, and then I'm going to shut off the heat. Well, that didn't take too long. That took about another minute and a half, and we are starting to boil, and as soon as we get to a rolling boil, which is right about now, well, okay, right about now, we shut off the heat and turn the timer to 3 minutes. There we go. Okay, well, it's been 3 minutes, and I usually get 3 eggs at a time out with this thing, but I'm just going to do 2 at a time because duck eggs. Do I have to say more? Duck eggs. There we go. Chicken and duck working together. Okay. Okay, we've got chicken egg to the left and duck to the right. duck egg is a little darker, and it seems like it's a little tiny bit smaller, but that shell was really thick. So I'm going to cut into the chicken egg now and see what we got. So I'll get duck out of the way. Let's cut into the chicken. There we go. There's that nice soft boiled yolk. Okay, so there's chicken. And now we've got the duck egg. Let's cut into the duck egg and see what we've got. Go. There's soft boiled duck egg. Is it really that different? Well, let's look at them side by side. Okay, duck on the left, chicken on the right. Now, I hope this camera is good enough to show that the duck yolk is a little deeper orange, which might make sense because the outside of the duck egg was a little darker and the white of the duck egg is a little darker. The whole egg is a little darker. Okay, so how do these taste? I'm going to do a taste test. We'll do chicken, then we'll do duck, and see if I can taste the difference, bearing in mind that the one on the left cost 3 times what the one on the right cost. Is it worth it? Here we go. Chicken. Duck. You know what? They're really not that different. I think the duck had a slightly more mellow flavor, but really not that different. Hardly different at all. I have concluded for myself that there is no need to spend $6.50 again on duck eggs. But it was a fun experiment, and I learned something. Hopefully you did too. And finally, as I always say, anything I can do, you can do better, or at least as well. Have fun with your eggs. Bye for now.